Alright, well, good morning my friends. It is a very rainy and gloomy Sunday morning, but we've got a truck, we've got ourselves an empty trailer. Should be a fun day. Alright boys and girls, we've got ourselves a nice full tank. We're ready. What is going on you guys? Welcome to today's video. I know, why do I have a truck and an empty trailer? And your first thought might be, oh, he's picking up the W8. I'm not. Now I never heard back on that car after I've been offer on it, but honestly, like I wanted that car, but it's okay. I feel like I dodged a bullet on that one. It would have been a nightmare just getting out of the garage and back to my house, and really I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with that car. It's cool, obviously the W8, I wanted the car and I wanted the engine out of it, but ultimately, the fact that I never heard back from them, it's okay. I'm not too upset about that. It is what it is. So today, we're heading down to Bismarck to look at a different car. Now I know we don't need any more cars, but at the same time, I kind of need all of the cars because I love them, and when I see good deals, like I'm on Facebook Marketplace all the time, so when I see something pop up that's pretty close by, it's hard for me to say no. So today we're heading down there, and as you can see, I have the truck, I have the trailer. I'm ready to buy this car, but if it needs more work than what I've been told, also prepared to just pass on it. It's not that big a deal. It's only an hour and 40 minutes away, so it's a close drive. It might just be a day trip to Bismarck, and I get no car, or we come home with a loaded up trailer. We'll have to see. Now, without skipping ahead, don't cheat. Leave a comment right now. What car am I going to see? And I'll give you a hint. It's a Volkswagen. It's always a Volkswagen. But drop a comment down below. What car are we going to see? This is like the most miserable kind of weather. It's cold, there's no sun, this annoying like half drizzle rain kind of thing. Definitely not ideal for going to see this car. All right, my friends, we are in town. We are 400 feet from potentially a new Volkswagen. I'm hyped. I hope it's solid. It needs some work, but hopefully it's worth it. All right, so I'm here, but I'm not exactly sure where this apartment is at. I think it might be like down the alleyway, so I'm gonna go around the corner. I think it might be back over there. Where is my car hiding? Oh, is that over there? Is that it? Is that it? Oh, I see it. That's so exciting. Out of that lineup, can you guess which one it is? Can you guess which one it's gonna be? Oh, I'm excited. I hope it's a good one. Ooh, buddy. Well, see how this goes. All right, so before I text them and let them know I'm here, I'm gonna go do a quick little one shot on the car. Oh, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited. Oh boy. Here she is. So what we have here is a 1987 Volkswagen Jetta GL. Now, a couple things I'm seeing now, I didn't see this in the photos. I only saw photos of that side of the car. So we got a dent on the driver's side fender. Not the end of the world. You can see kind of hit up here and broke the grill a little bit. But surprisingly enough, all of our grill slats are there. We got a crack in this headlight. That one's not cracked. Front lip's still there, kind of surprising. This light's cracked, that light's cracked. That's kind of minor stuff. The bumper itself's in good shape. This side of the car looks pretty good in terms of the fender. We got fender flares. We have the small moldings, no side skirts, or I can't tell. No side skirts. So fender flares, small moldings, no side skirts. Does have the Wolfsburg badge on it. It's kind of cool. Missing one of our caps on this one. I mean, overall, at first glance, aside from our driver's side fender, body-wise for an 87 is looking pretty good. Now, I didn't really see any rust. I think this bottom door, a little bit down there, and a little bit here. But, you know, Mark II, not a big deal. And I got this cool little, like, pinstripe design. I kind of like that. Definitely needs a whole lot of trim paint, but, you know, that's not a big deal. Crack on this side of the taillight. No center logo. It has the logo. It's missing the actual Volkswagen logo here. A little bit of rust. Man, it got hit. Definitely got hit. Overall, I mean, really not bad, I don't think. Now, this is what I saw in the photo. The steering wheel is in the passenger side over there, and also my ignition switch is on the floor. So I'm not sure what's going on with that kind of stuff. Apparently the car runs. It just needed a starter, but that has me slightly concerned. It's automatic. It is what it is. You know, we'll see. We'll see what they want to do on price. It's already very, very cheap, but I'm gonna try and steal this car basically. I'm gonna try to get this car for as cheap as possible. I definitely want it. It's cool. Needs some work, but I think it'd be a fun project. Well, my friends, you are looking at the proud new owner of a 1987 Volkswagen Jetta GL. Now, I know what you're thinking. Christian, that car needs some work, and it definitely does. But I got this car for 300 bucks with a brand new starter, with a brand new water pump, which it doesn't need, but throw it in anyways. I think 300 bucks for an 87 Jetta GL is a pretty good deal. And he also already replaced the ignition switch, which is this one on the back side. That one's brand new. Obviously, it's not where it should be, but the switch is already replaced. I'm gonna spend some time here in a minute putting the steering wheel and the column back together so I can at least steer the car out of here. And then once I put the starter in and a battery, the car should run no problem. The heat works. This car has AC, which is pretty cool for an 87. There's a lot of cool little features on this car. We'll go over in just a little bit, but got me a Mark II. And it's sick. All right, so first things first, let me get my ignition switch, my steering wheel all put back together onto the column here and all this situated. Then after that, I'll give you a interior tour. You know, I'll be honest with you guys. I couldn't imagine anything more fun than buying a new car and then immediately working on said new car in the parking lot that you got it. And I might have been joking, like, I don't know, this kind of stuff to me, I enjoy this kind of stuff. I love cars with like interesting and cool stories, and this is a cool one, I think. She was also telling me this car came, I don't know for sure, I haven't checked the VIN. She said this car came from the Wolfsburg factory, which it may have, or somewhere in Germany, I don't know. But this car was originally shipped from Germany, apparently right here to North Dakota, and was sold at a dealership in Bismarck, and it's been in this area for its entire lifetime, which is pretty cool. And the fact the entire car is not rotted to bits is wild to me. I looked under the car, the rockers are still there, there's some rust on the doors and that kind of stuff, but the body itself, very, very surprising for a Mark II that spent its entire life seeing winter times up here in North Dakota. But somehow she's still alive, and now she's in our hands, which I don't know the exact plan for this car, whether I'm going to keep it. It is automatic. I could swap it later on. It might just be like a daily cruiser, or I might just fix it up, trim paint it, get the paint looking better, fix the dents, and then sell it again. I don't know, but I saw it pop up, and for 300 bucks, I mean, I couldn't pass it up. Even for just a day trip to Bismarck, I think it's definitely worth it. Just the story itself and to make some videos on it, I think it's worth it. Also, this steering wheel is dope. I've always loved this steering wheel. This thing's sick. So, a couple parts put back. Honestly, if I had a battery right now with this going in the car, they said it starts sometime, but the starter was going bad. It might start right up. We'll have to see once I put a battery in it, and the negative cable's been cut for whatever reason. All seem to be fairly easy fixes, and she said she drove the car every single day for about 2 years. The heat works, I believe the AC works, and she said it was great on fuel, just a nice daily driver, so we'll see. All right, ignition switch back in, easy enough. Now I can see which key goes to the car. That one works. Do they both work? Ah, that's pretty nice. Which also, this key is super cool. Really awesome design. I mean, this is cool too. I love these old school keys. So now I gotta find a diagram to see which order those springs go onto here, which I think this will go on first, and then that, and then this. But we'll figure it out. And our final touch. Yeah, look at that. Not too bad, huh? All right, ready for this? Bam. Our first mini project on the Mark II. Steering wheel and column is all back assembled and good to go. I do need the upper piece of the clamshell if anyone has one. As they pull this one out, they broke it into a bunch of pieces. The lower section's good. You can see the upper section, it's all broken. So if you have one for a Mark II, the upper piece of the clamshell, I do need that. And then you can see down here, our lower section's all back in. So with that all reassembled, I think all the missing pieces from this area are good to go. Other than that, the interior looks complete. It's dirty, but after a nice deep wash, the carpet should come completely clean and be good to go. There's no holes in the floor down there. The seats, surprisingly enough, as they are very dirty, they are in pretty good shape. The bolstering's pretty good still. There's a tear on this corner here, but other than that, the foam's pretty good, and then same for the back. Dirty, but it's not like worn through, nothing's blown out, there's no holes in anything. So all of that's very good. If we look, we have manual windows front and rear, my absolute favorite. It has this super cool chrome trim at the top section and the bottom section of the door car, which I really like that, which matches the chrome stripe on the dash. The car is automatic, I saw it before. We've got, bam, factory radio. You guys know I love factory radio. AC, heat, all that kind of stuff. All of our switches up here. You can see over here we have 180,000 on the clock, which for an 87, really not bad, I don't think. So overall, interior wise to the car, really not in bad shape. And I went through and checked as well. There's no rust in any of these spots down here. There are rust spots on the car, but our jams all look to be in pretty good shape, which is nice. Definitely needs a wash. Looks like they drove down a dirt road for like years. You can see all of that like dust just kicked up in here. And then same for backside. You can see all in the door jam. So we'll have to go through, clean all that kind of stuff up, but that's all easy stuff. Let me show you back here. Big old trunk. You guys know Mark IIs have massive trunks. We have a new starter here, a new water pump there, a full-size spare. I have yet another set of North Dakota plates, so I think I have 6 of these now, which is a whole bunch. Brand new car cover, which is cool, and I'm pretty sure this is like welding cable. I might just try and sell that. And I think my battery terminals, they cut them off, I'm not sure why, but my battery terminals are back here. So I gotta put those back on, get a new cable, and then again you can see just all the dust caked up through here and all through there. So gotta go through basic cleaning stuff and that'll be good to go. This taillight's got a crack in it, but I can get these taillights pretty easy, so it's not a big deal. Of course, Jetta GL. I'm missing the Volkswagen logo for this side, which I do want to get. This is the side that has some rust on it, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with this corner. I might just leave it. It could be maybe smoothed out a little bit, put some paint over top of it, make it a little bit better, or just leave it as it is and kind of with the car, who knows. The paint code of this car, it's kind of hard to see because it's kind of like tore up, but I believe it's L7 or L17V. I'm pretty sure the color of the car is called Atlas Gray, if I'm not mistaken. You can see here. Pretty nice color. Once we wash it up, it should look very, very nice. And once I go through and trim paint all of this, it should look really, really good. I do love it how it has, or you know, it had the chrome piping on the texture bumper. I do like that a lot. And also on the molding itself, it's got the chrome strip right here, which is really cool, which I think is really cool. Also, I showed before, I love the little vinyl on the side of the car going down, which I also noticed on the hood, it's got pin striping as well. You can see these 3 lines that go from the top. They come down, around, and back up to there, which I think is pretty cool accent piece to the car. Like I said, it is a 1987 Volkswagen Jetta GL. It does have the Wolfsburg little badges right here. Whether the car's a Wolfsburg or not, I don't know, but I love this. This section here going down the side of the car, this bit on the hood, really, really cool additions to the car. Obviously, this fender, it's got a big old dent in it. It's kind of crunched up here, which I can try and fix as best I can. I might just get a new fender. Overall, for a $300 car that does run and drive once I put a starter in it, I mean, I can't complain. I'm actually pretty hyped on this thing. Like I said earlier, I really don't know the actual plan or intent of this car, but for as cheap as it was when it popped up, I mean, you guys know I can't pass things up, and I think this is pretty cool. Again, for 300 bucks to have a complete 87 Jetta, I think it's pretty cool. And again, the additional parts and whatever else is back over there, the car itself is just cool. I wish it was a manual, but it is what it is. Will it turn into a car I'd keep, an engine swap later on, put a manual, put a VR6, put something in this car? Maybe. I might just leave it auto, fix it up, make it look super nice, make it low, and just cruise around in it as is, as just, you know, a chill, old school kind of car. I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. Honestly though, looking at the car as it sits right now, I think we go through, trim paint all the texture pieces, give the paint a nice polish. Honestly, I don't even care about the rust spots on this car. Kind of adds to the character. But I think this car, paint shined up, all the trim paint nice and fresh, lower it down, even just lower it down on these wheels, I think this would be an awesome cruiser. Like I said, I don't know the plans for this car, but I got a lot of ideas in my head and I'm just excited for it, you know? Now, the fun part is gonna be getting this car onto the trailer because the car does not run and it's just me here. What I'm thinking is this little driveway here slants down a good ways that way. I think I'm gonna spin the truck around. I'll park this at the bottom of that, so it's pretty much just a flat, straight shot up the ramps onto the trailer. Be able to push this back, get it turned this way, and then hopefully just roll it straight on. I hope. That would be ideal. All right, so truck is in place. It's not perfectly flat, but it's definitely a way less aggressive incline compared to being on flat ground, so I think this should be fine. And this whole section here slopes down, so I should be able to hop in the car and just kind of roll all the way up. At least in my head, that's how it's gonna go. Oh, look at her. What an absolute beauty she is. All right, so I've got the car pretty much lined up. Now, my current debate is, do I just push it from here, hop in, and send it right on? Or I think it'd be smarter if I push it all the way to the trailer, make sure it's lined up for sure, then push it back and then send it just a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be that hard to push it up the ramps. The car is actually very light, so I think it should go up pretty easily. I kind of just want to send it from here, but also I don't want to just, if I mess up, the car's like this in the trailer and then it's gonna be a really long day. So I think I'll push it forward, make sure it's aligned, come back a little bit, and then give her the old onto the trailer. Actually, I think from there we should be fine. I've loaded enough of these cars on the trailers that I should know where to be. All right, my friends, say a prayer the car makes it onto here, and I don't mess this up. It should be fine, right? Not quite. There's a lot more incline than I expected. That should be fun. She's a little bit more heavy when you're going uphill. We're almost there. I'd say we're like 80% there. This last little bump's gonna suck. Whew, I'm out of breath. This car got heavy real fast. But we're almost there. Let's say I missed the trailer. That would've sucked. Whew. Oh, we're so close. So close. One more little bump. Come on. Whew. My goodness. This car is way heavier than I thought. Got her. Whew. Boys and girls, we got her. That sucked. The incline definitely helped, but I wish this was flatter and that was more, or if the car just ran. Whew, the front probably no problem, but the rear I lost my momentum and it kept getting stuck and oh, that was tiring. Let's get out of here. Holy crap. I just realized I never said the words. I never said it. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Whew, that was close. That could have been really bad. All right, now we go home. All right, my friends, we have made the journey home successfully, no hiccups. There she is, another Volkswagen. Wow, we got here with one car, just the GTI, then the wagon came, and I don't know how this happens. There's 5 cars here now, which actually one of which I haven't showed on this channel yet, but there's 4 cars in the garage right now, and then this one. Like I said, we don't need any more cars, but at the same time, I just love Volkswagen. I just love cars in general, but like the Volkswagens always seem to find me, and I can't pass them up. It's my weakness. I can't do it. When a good deal pops up, I have to go for it. And I think, I don't know. I think this is well worth it. $300, short trip. I think definitely worth it. I'm saying polish up the paint, trim paint all the plastic, lower it down, spacers for the Steelies, and just cruise, you know what I'm saying? Well, after I do the starter and make sure it's all it needs, which they said it is, we'll have to see. But man, 87 Mark II Jetta, and it's a 4-door. It's just sick. And I love the decals on the side. So cool. And the one on the hood. Just really cool detail in the car, I think. Which again, this has the Wolfsburg badging, so I'm assuming this is a Jetta GL Wolfsburg edition. And then also, if you look inside here, you can see West Germany, August of 1986, made in West Germany. So we've got ourselves another Wolfsburg car. It's just such a cool car, and seeing the paint now in the sun, I mean, it's still got a really nice shine to it. Go through, polish that up, get her looking right. Like I said, this is Atlas Gray. I want to say the paint code is LP7V. It's scratched on the sticker on the back, but I'm pretty sure that's a paint code. And yeah, Atlas Gray Mark II Jetta. I love this thing. I don't know, the plans were to sell it, which I still might, but also at the same time, I'm kind of loving it and I want to do some stuff with it, so we'll see. Oh, also, I looked under the car. We ain't got no muffler. So when she starts up, she's gonna be loud because it dumps right there after the axle, but that's okay. That's okay. There's a little bit of surface stress down here, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. The floor pans under the car are all good. The rockers are on one piece, so can't complain. Great success. Let me show you guys the horsepower machine under the hood of our Mark II. There it is. I don't know if this is a 1.8, a 2-liter. It looks like a 1.8 to me if I had to guess. I'll have to try and find the engine code stamp somewhere and see what it actually is. But what's cool about this one, it has AC. See that? Fancy. 87, it's got AC. Go US spec cars. That's pretty cool. So heat, AC, alternator's already been swapped out, serpentine belt's been done, battery's missing. I don't know why they cut the end of the terminal off. I don't understand what that was about, but either way, we need a battery. I have to replace this terminal, which is actually in the trunk, and then the starter down at the bottom, and she should fire right up from what I've been told. It's very, very leaky on the top section here, but they said it ran great. Always started up, no issues, which is awesome. Even at negative like 30 and 40, he said in the winter time, the car still started up first try pretty much. So that's cool. Apparently this is cruise control. Whether or not that actually works, I highly doubt, but the car has AC and cruise control for 87. That's pretty cool. So valve cover gasket, very easy to do, battery, terminal, starter, and she should be ready to cruise. Like I showed earlier, I need a new light cover for this one and for that one, but those are fairly easy to source. It looks like this headlight got shot by a 22. That small little hole right there, so got to replace the headlight or the glass on this one. This one I think is okay. Whatever hit the car like right here and dented this fender, kind of broke this a little bit and pushed that back. I had to see what's messed up in there. Try to bring the headlight forward, get it aligned again. This I might be able to just glue that together for the time being. I mean, all the slats on this grill, surprisingly enough, are all completely intact, which is kind of a miracle. So if I just glue this corner, that's fine. Got to go through, fix some dents on this one, which that should pop out hopefully easily. This one and that one, this crease right here probably won't go anywhere, but like I said, I'm kind of embracing the fact that it's not perfect and it has some rust here, some dents there, but I think I said low wheels, polish up the paint, trim paint the rest of the stuff. I think the thing will look killer and be a fun little cruiser. What a beauty. Now, most of the day you've heard me say I'm not sure the plans for this car, and currently I'm still not quite sure whether to fix it up and sell it or just fix it up and keep it and just swap it later on or just do whatever with it. I'm not really sure. But I will say I love the fact that this is a $300 car. It's so cheap, and the car itself is not perfect. We can slap some wheels on it, fix it up a little bit, cruise out nice and low, and it just is what it is. I don't have to worry about the car in the slightest bit. If this was like my dream Mark II, like if I bought like a one-owner Mark II Jetta GLI with like 10,000 original miles, that kind of car, I'd be scared to drive. I wouldn't want anyone to touch the car, get it messed up. But this thing, we're 300 bucks in. The car is not in perfect shape. We can simply just enjoy the car. Now, I'm definitely gonna go through, polish up the paint, trim paint everything. But aside from that, the car is not perfect, and I wouldn't be afraid to slam this car down some wheels and just cruise out. I'm not afraid to hurt this car. I mean, it is what it is. Not that I wouldn't love a one-owner, 10,000 mile like Mark II GLI. That'd be an incredible car. But this car, we can just enjoy. I don't gotta worry about it. It is what it is. I mean, look at this thing. She is an absolute beauty. So with that, gonna end this video here. Leave some comments down below. Are you guys hyped for more Mark II Jetta content? Because I know I am. Also, before I end this video, I'm gonna do a quick 30-second car tour of the garage because there's one car in the garage that everyone wants to see. But if you're new to the channel, I'll give you a quick tour of the 5 cars that are here starting now. Number 1, 1987 Volkswagen Jetta GL US spec car. Number 2, 1994 Volkswagen Golf GTI Euro spec. Number 3, 2001 Volkswagen Jetta GLX wagon, also US spec with a VR6. Number 4, we have a 2004 Passat V6 4Motion, also US spec. And number 5, we have a 2004 Volkswagen Golf R32 4-door right-hand drive UK spec. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.